the one under Hezekiah. The wall that's been completed in record time, 52 days, and the new wall is erected around Jerusalem. They now dedicate that wall, and there's a joyful celebration of songs of thanksgiving, music of cymbals and harps and lyres, 2 large choirs proceeding round the top of the wall. You see this in chapter 12 of Nehemiah and verse 43. And on that day they offered great sacrifices, rejoicing because God had given them great joy. The women and children also rejoiced. The sound of rejoicing in Jerusalem could be heard far away. It again was a singing revival. There's a chorus that says, "He has made me glad. He has made me glad." And there's something about when you are right with God, when you're walking with God, when His joy is in your life and His peace is in your heart and it is well with your soul, that surpasses anything that this world can offer. It's far above happiness, and it is, "He has made me glad." A gladness of heart when you know it is well with my soul. Now, we have on our computer at home a screensaver, and the man next door came to fix it with us, our friend Dave. He's not a Christian, and he did a sort of double take when he saw the screensaver, because the screensaver said, "Jesus is coming soon." And it was one where it comes in from different directions, you know, "Jesus is coming soon." And he's sort of fixing the modem and looks up and says, "Jesus is coming soon." Did a sort of double take there. But all the time we're seeking to share the fact that this life is something wonderful. Many people think that Christians were born that way. They think they never had problems, or never had a background, or never were into any bad stuff or anything like that. The teenagers I used to teach in Manchester in England, I think they thought I was born with a Bible in my hand. Not true. When I was at school as a young lad, there was one lesson I enjoyed more than any other, because I clowned around in it, and it was scripture. The scripture lesson was the lesson where we just messed about big time. And I was the form clown in that lesson. And we would do all sorts of things. In fact, on one occasion, I looked at the master who was teaching us religious education, and I said in my heart, "I wouldn't do that if you paid me." I thought, how ridiculous to teach in a boys' school and be tormented lesson after lesson by people who just want to take the mickey and have no intention of learning. Well, God got a hold of me. He took me 6,000 miles to get saved. I got saved in Guyana in South America on my last night in that country. And Christ came into my heart. I was born again. And God said to me, "I want you to teach." I had been teaching for a couple of years. "I want you to teach religious education." And I thought, you've got to be kidding. But God, he doesn't crack jokes in that sense, but he's got a wonderful sense of humour. I was going to say a wicked sense of humour, but there's nothing wicked about the Lord of glory. And God placed me most of my life in an inner city school in Manchester, and he gave me a verse from Jeremiah chapter 1 when he told me to teach religious education. The verse was this: I have put my words in your mouth. Be not afraid of their faces. I thought, what a wonderful verse. These sort of lads leering at you and sort of, you know, teach me, go on, I dare you. That sort of provocation. But God placed me there and I loved it. It was wonderful. Never been so happy in all my life. When you're in the will of God, there is a gladness. You are doing things with maximum efficiency because you are where you're meant to be. Yes. You're not a square peg in a round hole. You know that you've been placed there, and He has put you there for His purposes.